Bad Mana gonna be first up on the team 1. On team 2, we got ourselves Athaman. Waiting for a turn. We got Fast as a Warlock. Huge butt, man. I like your mug. Ooh. That's some BFA stuff. It looks like Echo's gonna be first up. Oh, there's also errors. Trying to hang out with the boys of Team 1. Gonna be Echo trying to go for a big old kick onto Bad Mana. Does it himself all the time in case. Wants to put himself back into a good situation. Is gonna recover a lot of that health and reposition. Poly onto Echo. Trying to see if he can disrupt it. Does roll over with a quick jab to reconnect and quick serpent strike in the neck. Silencing out Bad Mana. Does still land a polymorph either way. Looks like Bad Mana is going to go for a G-Pie. Is he going to be able to get it off fast enough? Echo should be able to pour behind the pillar. Does play relentless on this polymorphs. Not going to last long at all. Going to be a Ring of Frost for Bad Mana, as he's going to have to look for some recovery at some point in the future. I am wondering, this man must be playing Shimmer, right? Or is he playing normal Blink right now? It's going to be a Nova quickly onto Echo. Does roll out of it. Quick breath onto Echo with a Polyraptor. Does again go for that jab interrupt. Bad Mana could be in big trouble. That's going to be a touch of death on the Cauterize. It is going to go for the Ice Block, letting the Cauterize do work first. Bad Mana mounted up. Echo also mounted up. Both of them just win each other out. I think Echo is waiting for some cooldowns to be up, and then wants to get himself a big old go versus Bad Mana. Does he play Blink? He does, I think, play Blink, unless it was a human racial. I think he blinked out of that stun. Trying to, again, avoid getting interrupted on a polymorph. He's trying not to give Echo an opportunity. Trying to use mobility. Trying to start going for a poly, and then stops it for a second. Going to be a miss interrupt by Echo. Still going to be a polymorph attached by Bad Mana, but this man is a little bit behind on health right now. Another poly onto Echo. Can't really do much about it right now, unless you can let the G-Pie fly. He does let G-Pie fly. Echo didn't even go for an interrupt on that one. Quick kick cap onto Bad Mana, as he tried to get himself a Ring of Frost rolling in. That's going to be shit power, giving Bad Mana a little bit more survivability. This is going to give himself a shield, maybe more blinks going forward. Maybe another breath? He does definitely need to do something in order to disengage away from Echo. Quick interrupt on a poly. I think it's over. Bad Mana only has the Seed Pod. If only you could maybe finish up the Ring of Frost and freeze Echo as the Seed Pod came out, maybe then you could have found himself some recovery. But with Echo not giving that man an opportunity, only so much you can really do. Big Sepsis Burst versus Echo. Vanished by Toxic. That's going to be full Karma reset. And Echo got himself BDB coming down. Yeah, Karma should be able to reverse some of the damage back to Toxic. Blind onto Echo just to disengage completely. Toxic went in with the most amount of damage, but going for the blind into Vendetta just does not feel good. And Toxic with a sprint is just going to disconnect completely. Echo with the Ring of Peace. Try to see if he might be able to get the Rogue out in the open, but Toxic just wasn't on top of it. Landing another sap, going for a full reset. Echo got himself a Flash Cloud, so she give him a little bit more survivability. That's going to be full Sepsis without the Vendetta though. Still lots of damage versus Echo, and it's going to be a Sepsis taken out very, very quickly. Full BDB down on Toxic. Lex to follow. No trick out of the Rogue. Did try to pre-phase it ahead of time. Fist of Fury flying in. Does Echo himself the biggest damage possible. Toxic going in for a massive kill. Whirling Jacket Punch does get it back up and running. Blackout kick, touch of death, taking out the Rogue, not giving him an opportunity to really play the game that much. And Tagsy looks like setting up some ports. Looks like Tagsy is going to be up next versus Echo. Last time Tagsy and Echo played, Tagsy just was able to load up Echo full of dots and just back away, but he was playing on that one arena. What's it called? You know, we actually haven't seen the new arena. Should we try Q? Dude, we should try Q in the new arena. That's actually a fantastic idea. We should try doing that next time. Echo getting CC'd back-to-back Mortal into a fear as he got some damage ready to go. He got one set of images. It looks like that's the only set he really had. He was really trying what looks like to get some damage with Tagsy. That Curse of Exhaustion is slowing down quite a bit. Drain of Life is going to end up draining quite a good portion of his life. The dots are ramped up quite a bit. He's trying to vivify, but it's not really able to fight through the dots. Tags a hit with a leg sweep. Unless you got a Mortal Coil here, there's not much you can really do. Does have a port. Echo is still dotted up. He's trying to get to go for a bit of recovery. Got images attacking Tagsy. Got himself vivified. BDB is helping to recover quite a lot. Karma getting used really, really early. Tagsy could maybe reverse all those dots and do some damage. If he has a Mortal Coil in the fear, then you can maybe load up Echo big time. He's going to use the port gateway to break away from the monk for just a moment. And Echo looking for that flesh gap. That's where Tagsy maybe could make a big play. Needs to get a slow into Echo as soon as possible though. Maybe a port. He might need one at some point. Fist of Fury flying in. That's going to be drained live. He's trying to see if he can maybe get himself the biggest damage possible. Mortal Coil to follow. Shadow Fury. Wait a second, Brandon. Wait, you're telling Tagsy to try a different build? Hold on. Actually, might not be a bad idea. Echo loaded up full of dots completely. Vivify, try to see if we're able to keep them rolling. That's going to be all the dots ramped up and amped up. Does not have any diffuse magic anymore, so you can't even remove those dots. Darklander's putting pressure on him. Echo has nowhere to go. He got Warlock on one end, a Demon on the other. Could maybe be a port out of Taxi. And Echo's still melting through these dots. Again, Vivify barely keeping him alive, but not letting him recover at all. BDB down. Maybe he can use the BDB to heal himself. He might need to look at some self-healing at this point. Drain life, and this might be over. Oh! Taxi just let him drain him. Yo, can we get a hashtag real quick from Brandon for the dono? Giving Taxi some ideas as we watch Taxi versus Athaman here. It says, try out the Necrolord Shadow build with the new Decimated Bolt and the PvP Talent, the new one that was added. That could be interesting. Taxi, try to see if you might be able to get away from Atha. Is he going to be able to do much here? It's going to be massive damage with the Pally. That's one full Necrolord drain life for Taxi. Trying to get disrupted by Atha. Looks like he was able to avoid it. Fear onto the Paladin. It does send him in the opposite direction. At least he's going to hit him with his unless Atha got a hand of freedom, there isn't really much you can really do. Deathbolt getting set up on Atha. Massive drain life for Taxi. Shield of itself for your boy Atha. Massive explosion on Taxi. Unless he got something here to survive here, does have himself a bit of drain for just a little bit longer. Fear onto Atha. Doing his wings. Bubbles out of it just to see if he can take down Taxi. Does end up seed potting him, and I think it's going to be over for Taxi. No way to stop a Paladin. Full Necrolord burst, full bubble. And Dharma looking to see if he can take down Atha. Atha just used the bubble, so he's pretty much exposed blind by the Paladin. Just looking to get away from Dharma, hit him with a slow. Maybe looking for a reset. Dharma, I think, was just saying, you know, maybe I'm just going to sit up blind. If Atha tries to go for a heal, maybe I can go Trinket and Shadow Step Interrupt. But it's going to have a long game. He got faster to get through errors, huge butt man, as the Monk is the only one so far to play. This loud rascal of Paladin. I know, right? When a Paladin pops on you, right? Walks the, pops a bubble. It just sneaks you down. There's not much you can do. Derma with an evasion as Athaman get himself an immunity with a blessing of protection. Derma trying to see if he can avoid Atha as best as possible. Flesh Cap doesn't force Derma out from around the corner. It does. So at least Athaman has his rogue next to him. Can he stun him in a hodge? Massive damage with Derma. That's going to be starting from up. Athaman got no immunities though. Derma is just going in. He's trying to see if he can take him down. Looks like he might be able to do it. Athaman got himself a bit of extra health with a battle best chicken at the last second. Derma with a blind into Atha. Unless Atha can recover here. He should have no health. Does get a slow into Derma. Looks like he might be able to go for the reset. Shadow Step by the Rogue. Does he have another Shadow Step versus Atha? It's going to be interrupt. Oh my god. Atha almost made a quick, clean escape there too. Are you kidding me? Derma at least was quick with the Shadow Steps. He wasn't going to let Athaman get away. He was trying his very, very best not to let Atha get away. 13 minutes into the duel, 50% dampener. It's going to be tougher for Huge to really make himself a huge recovery. Derma going for the sap. There's a Fire Ellie. Unless Huge starts getting now those meatballs back to back, that elemental is eventually gonna not stick around long enough. Huge could go for a knockback onto Derma. He's sitting in Ghost Wolf. Does survive the big explosion. Has a wall coming up very soon. Maybe he could use that wall to survive. Lightning last onto the Rogue. Able to at least walk away from him. Letting the Fire Elemental do some work. And Huge is to go for a bit of healing. I think Derma just waiting for a Shadow Step. Derma kind of waited out for a second. At least was able to lock him out on the Flesh Cap. Can he go for CC? Trying to go for stuns. It looks like Healing Surge is still going to go through. Blind for Derma. I don't really know what he was trying to do there for a second. Maybe it was a lag or something. But definitely couldn't quite finish. Can't play Dude LMAO. I know, right? This Rogue is not letting you play the game at all. But that's how you know how good the Rogue is. That's how you know it's a good Rogue. If they don't let you play the game, they know their class. That's Rogues. And Derma does end up taking him down with Facile going to be next. Last one is going to be Errors, and Facile getting hit with the sap. Maybe Facile has a chance here versus Derma. It is a Rogue, but Rogues can go down to the Demonology Warlock pets. If they get overpowered or overwhelmed, if they make the wrong move. It gives us pets. If they use evasion at the wrong time, vanish at the wrong time, it could be game, it could be over. Blade Storm into Derma, stun into the pet, stun into Facile, into an Axe toss into Derma. Facile trying to go for a port. Derma with a knock-cloak of shadows. Gonna be Demon Dog is joining in. He's gonna get himself an invasion. Try to see if he can go for an interrupt versus Facile. Facile with Mortical and a Fear versus Derma. He's gonna trick it out of it with a Shadow Melt vanish. Wait, did Derma use a Tyrant? He has, but the eyes are right there. Oh my god, and the sap trinkets out of it. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna pick up the eyes just to send my pets in. Shadow Step by the Rogue. Does not go for immediate interrupt versus Flesh Cut. The pets are surrounding Derma. Stun Axe Toss versus Derma. Facile takes a lot of damage. The Demon Dog is versus Derma. Does end up Demon bolting him down with Kib. Last one left over on Team 1. Should probably be able to have an easy time versus Facile. Shadow Priest, not a lot of healing available. Should be able to go for a silence, grab himself a quick execute, and should be good to go. And let's keep us playing the heal Lego. it's not healing you for a lot. It says it's going to heal you for a lot, but it doesn't. At this high dampening, it's just over. And Facile, I think, is just done. He got Demon Doggers. Wait, Kib actually going for Disperse? Facile is going to get loaded up with dots and it's going to melt over time, but did get quite a good chunk of damage into Kib. Fortunately, defenses. Kib doesn't really got much to really work with. The best he could maybe hope for is maybe getting the stun to errors. Kib is hoping the errors makes an error. And it's up to his name. Fiorenter errors does have a Zerk Rage for it. Reflect is up, Kib. Does he maybe turn around somehow? Trying to see if he can walk away from errors, but I think errors has him in the execute. Doesn't go over. Not much you can really do about it at the end. Literally not much you can do. Wow, that was a long one. That was a 21-minute long game, boys. That was a 21-minute long game. That took a while. Let's get another one going. I think maybe we can do one more before we call it a night, yeah?